All right. It's working pretty well, so this is good. Game 1, set 1. Well said, Matt Cole. Luke Marshall with a couple fakes here and there. And Luke Marshall with the double fault. Bueno Matt to serve. Tries to go for a mean cut. Can't get it. And that's going to be scissors point with Ethan to serve. It's a good serve. Brian with the easy set, and I don't think Matt puts it on. Please let me know in the chat if that lawnmower is too loud, and I will turn it down. It's a loud lawnmower. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm turning it down, y'all. Wombats are going to serve 2-2. Brian serve gets a few fakes as usual. Crash incoming. Oh gosh. No. Don't tell me that. A great backhand by Ethan to put the defense on hold. A lefty serve from Luke. Hits a drop. And we got Colton Mowry with the follow. I appreciate you following your own club, Colton. That means a lot to me. Let me put the alerts up here. So far, it's been a lot of double faults from this team. Four. Brian goes for a few fakes here and there. Tries to go for the backhand on, and that is going to be scissors' point. Luke Marshall to serve. Opts for a lefty, and I believe they're going to call a roll-up on it. Five four goes for the hard serve and gets a pocket. That's going to be Wombats' point. 5-5, Matt Cole to serve. Gets the hard serve, gets a pocket. So far, it's been a serve ball game. Hasn't been really many rallies. Gets a hard cut. Luke Marshall, the easy put. Matt Cole goes for the dive and can't get it up. It's going to be Incompetence paper or scissors points. Man, I got paper, scissors, rock. It's so hard to switch objects. Ethan McWhorter to serve against Brian Childs. It's a pocket. Brian opts to play it. Matt with hard set. I think Brian hit it into him too hard for Matt to make that set, but you hate to see it. Ethan to serve still, 7-5. Oh, a good cut, but I think it rolled up. Yeah. You hate to see those taken away, but it definitely was a roll up. 7-5, Ethan to serve. Goes for a push. That is going to be Wombat's point. Oh, no, it's going to first serve. My fault. And now it's Wombat's point. Brian to serve. A man who loves fakes. A nice wide serve, but Luke gets a touch on it. Goes to the around the world shot and can't put it on. Wombats point. Seven, close game so far. Brian to serve. Oscar the foot on, calls a lip, and that's going to be Scissors' point. Ball shagging, we have some leeway. I don't know if you can see that bar, but that's the buffering. So we have some leeway to play with, and hopefully this turns out to be a series full of no lag. Brian going for interesting backhands. They have no power, but I think he's trying to go for more quickness. Luke Marshall with the drop. Matt Cole's there. Easy 1-2-3 flick. Put away by Matt Cole. A good push by Matt, but it hits a lip, and that's going to be Scissors' point. Brian with a hard hit. Yeah, in case y'all don't know, I just got word that the chat is very delayed to the video that we're looking at. So just keep that in mind when we're talking about plays and stuff. I can't fix that right now, but I will fix that later. The point is we get to look at the video and hopefully get some commentary over it. But yeah, I'll definitely take a look at the chat thing later. I may have it where the settings are view it later than it actually is. I don't really know. I can refresh the chat. Maybe that'll do something. Oh my goodness. Well, I refreshed the chat. I don't know what that did. Oh my goodness. Can't even see the video now. What just happened? The ace in? Sorry y'all. I'm gonna go back and see that. Wow, lefty ace by Luke Marshall. I know y'all saw that already, but I didn't, so I wanted to check it out again. Luke Marshall with a couple fakes here and there. Gets a hard right. And I think that's a break by him. It's 11-10. Trying to get a hold of the score here. It's 10-13. Good set. Ethan with a nice backhand over Brian Childs. And Scissors going to take that point. Wow, so far a game really in favor of Scissors and Wombats. Or Scissors over Wombats. We're going to ball shag. We're going to skip past that. Doesn't get it. It's going to be Brian to serve 11-14. So Brian needs to take a few breaks here in order to catch back up to Scissors. Gets a few fakes here and there. Casual Brian Childs. Let's call it. Nice receive by Ethan after a hard push. Matt gets a good touch. Brian's there for the set. Matt tries to put it away, but hits a rim. Oh my goodness. That's going to be an incompetent scissors point. I appreciated that Brian let Matt get that because it was his ball to receive, and Brian being the more experienced setter, I think it was great communication by both of them. It's unfortunate that I think Matt held the shot too long and hit a rim there. Ethan to serve at 16-12. It's hard and low, and Brian goes to the diving set. Barely misses it. And Scissors is up hard this game. 17-12. Ethan serving pretty good. Luke serving pretty good. And I think they're still warming up. So hopefully this is not the highest quality we'll see tonight. Maybe we'll see some higher up plays by them. It's gonna be 13-17. 13-17, Brian Childs hits a lip, and it's going to be 18-13 Incompetence and Scissors with the lead. Marshall with a hard serve. Matt almost gets jammed, hits it barely over the reach of Ethan McWhorter. Scissors, Wombats 14. He gets a nice drop that I think barely clips rim or pocket there. Michael going for the hard cut with the step out. Take a double fault. Ethan McWhorter to serve. And ball shagging. 9-4, Ethan just hopefully the stream holds up for the remainder of the night. It has been pretty good in terms of the last 3 series or so, and we will see what happens. Let's go back a little bit. It is 9-12 Scissors to serve with Luke Marshall. Great 1-2-3 put away by Brian and Matt. And please do let me know in the chat, how is it? How is stream? (13-9). Brian to serve against Luke. Luke gets a solid touch. Ethan, though, Ethan's setting like this too much. He needs to get under the ball, and I think he's more inclined to do this when it's over him, which isn't bad, but he's sitting directly above him rather than angling his arm. His setting definitely needs some work. Brian with a nice backhand. Yeah, I think that's what Brian's going for. I think he's just trying to chip away at the serve receiver, because he definitely does get bad touches, and you don't need an ace to win a point. Bad touches, honestly, what will do it. And I think that's what he's doing. So Brian, I'm sorry, your backhand is effective. Get a couple of fakes from Brian, hits the backhand. Ethan gets a great touch on it, and it's easy 1-2-3 put away with Ethan for the pull. Ethan's serve. It's a great serve, but Brian gets an easy touch on it. Ethan goes for that layout. I think he's playing some good defense. I think Luke needs to push him sooner so that he's able to go around to make that defensive touch. I mean, he's still there at least, but I think he could have gotten there sooner. Yeah. Ethan, you need to work on that setting, dude. Overall, he's playing great, but his sets need to give Luke more of an opportunity because Luke's a good hitter. He's good at wrapping. He knows his shot selection. But I think that's definitely something that's causing them some points. Yeah, I mean, this is a much different game from last one. You know, Scissors was up 21-17 last game, and now it's Wombats up 19-11, I believe. A great hit by Luke. Wow, a great hit with his left onto the net. You'll love to see it. Alright, so Ethan's going to have to take some breaks, and Incompetence Scissors is going to have to play the defense of their lives to get back into this game. Yeah, at this point, I would leave the pressure to the server. Good call by Brian. Great touch by Matt. Easy 1, 2, 3 foot away. And that puts Wombats up at 20-12. Marshall goes to the left-hand serve. And that's GG. Wombats up 21-13. And they're going into game 3 for this series. So I think definitely something I'm seeing here. Series 1, Game 3. You know, I think Brian, on his backhand, he's definitely forcing errors on the touch. But I think for them to have an opportunity to beat Wombats, Ethan's got to get his sets on. And I think that's huge because a majority of their points are going to come from clean hits, not necessarily aces. I think Brian's a fairly good serve receiver as well as Matt. He's definitely developed that. And, you know, unless Luke and Ethan are acing every point, which they're not, they're getting a lot of aces. The only way they're going to get points is by Ethan setting up Luke for those offensive hits, which he hasn't really given him the opportunity to do that well. Hopefully this game, though, he picks it up, because this is the third game. They're tied up. Game 1 was for Scissors. Game 2 is for Wombats. And hopefully we'll see a good game here. Starting off the serve with Matt Cole. Scissors first point. Hold up, let me try to raise the quality of this game to 480. 480's been working for us. Ethan McWhorter to serve. Hits a back away. Brian gets a good touch on it though. They decide to not play it. I think Matt wasn't comfortable with the first touch. Ethan to serve. And that's going to be 1-1 Wombats to Scissors. Couple little fakes. Brian goes for that touch. It's a little jam. Ethan with the nice lefty, but Matt Cole gets the great defensive touch. Goes over the hand of Ethan. Now that's something that I appreciated that Luke went for the run there. You know why? Because something that Matt Cole's been doing all game, he's been hitting over the arm of Ethan. And either Ethan has to scoot back further or Luke has to like run for that. And RSM 1234, I definitely would send it to 1080, but I don't think the stream is gonna last. I mean, I can try. What the viewers want, the viewers get. But if it starts crashing on me, I'm gonna send it back to 480. Already no. We are not doing this. 480. See what you did, RSM. We had a beautiful stream going, and then this is what happened. Alright, we're back. And now we're lagging. Dang it. Okay, we're good. We're good. I tried it out, and it didn't work. 480 is going to have to work for you. A great serve by Matt Cole. To the right side of Ethan. It's going to be 4-2. Matt Cole to serve. Goes for the drop. Luke Marshall is there, though. Goes for the lefty hit. Brian gets a touch on it, and it's not quite enough to get the defensive play. Ethan McWhorter for scissors to serve. Alright, there's some talking here. Ethan to serve. Ethan with a great hit. Brian gets it. An easy 1-2-3 put away. It's gonna be Wombats. Point and Brian to serve. Up 5-3. You know, I know I've been talking about Brian's backhand serve all night. Thank you so much. I'm guessing it's Rahul. Rahul Murthy? It's probably Rahul. Rahul, I don't know your middle name. Isn't it Sean? I feel like it's Sean. But thank you so much for the follow. Anyways, Brian's backhand. I think what he's trying to do, he's trying to get them to bite left and then hit him with the right hit. Which I'm starting to see his logic more. He's an experienced player. He knows more than me. It doesn't have to be extra hard for it to be good. I'm sorry, Brian. Tropical Wombats up 6-4. Brian Childs to serve. Or no, Matt Cole to serve. My fault. Pardon me there. Matt Cole to serve. Goes for a hard push. Luke Marshall gets a hold of it. Brian Childs goes for the run. Can't quite make it. Scissors at 5-6. Ethan to serve. They don't decide to play it. Brian wants to play a lot of those, but Matt Cole is not comfortable right now. That's funny. Because you can see how Brian touches it, and then he moves up super close to the net in a quick sprint, but it's definitely a partner sport, so if he's not comfortable with the set, then Matt Cole is justified in that. Here's the backhand. Ethan gets there easily. Hits the left, and Matt Cole barely misses the touch. Scissors at 6-7. I said Sean, Rahul. And just so y'all know, the chat is not synced up very well to how I'm commentating. Oh, Brian with the great set! Oh my gosh, and Matt barely misses the on. But what about the athleticism from Brian, though? Anyways, for some reason... what was I saying? Anyways, for some reason the chat is not synced to real-time audio, which I will look into later. I appreciate that it's going super smooth, because this is an important game for it to go super smooth. Not saying the other ones weren't important, but this is the main event, because this is a very high-level match. 8-7, Matt Cole to serve. It's a double fault. A hard hit and a jam, but Brian can't make it. Great serve by Ethan. Ethan's really been... I think something about him is his serves are really low. I mean, it's kind of like Nick brushing. Ethan and Nick, I feel like, have similar serves. It's hard and to the right and low. I still think Nick rushing hits harder though. It's going to be Tropical Wombats at 9-9. And this is game 3. Keep that in mind, y'all. Anything can happen. It's a wide serve from Brian. And that's going to put Wombats up for the lead. Can he contain a service run? That's the question. Let's see, Brian. A few fakes here and there. Barely misses it. He lifts his left leg up. I never noticed that from Brian. 10-10, Luke Marshall to serve. Goes for a hard right. Brian gets a great receive. Off net hit and gets it on over the head of Luke Marshall for Tropical Wombats to win that point. Matt Cole to serve, 11-10. Goes for the jam. Hits back lip. Goes for the jam. Ethan gets a great touch. And Luke Marshall with the bad set. Tropical Wombats 12-10 right now. That's a rip. Just keep me updated on the stream, and if it gets too unbearable, then I'll try to fix it somehow. It's 1-2 highs. Dang. All right. Alright, for everyone who's saying it's going to die, y'all's chat is behind, so I don't know for sure if it's currently dying right now. I'm going to let it run a little bit, give me another update, and if it's bad, I'm going to restart the stream again, because that usually helps a little bit. So just give me another update if it's bad. It's 3-1. Wombats to serve. Great belly up from Ethan, but hits the rim on the hit. And I think that's because Luke's set was a bit off net. Scissors. Wombats to serve. A great cut from Brian. Good receipt. We're going to first adjust the scoreboard. Thank you all so much for bearing with us tonight. Hopefully this one lasts a long time. And I'm just messing with the score right now. Wombats. And we're gonna give it a go. All right, Matt Cole to serve. It's gonna be zeros. Goes for a push, and it's gonna be scissors point. hard serve. Brian goes for the hit, and it's gonna be Wombats' point. Brian to serve, gets a few fakes in, goes for the backhand. So hard to the right side of Ethan. It looked like it lipped, but I guess it didn't, because that's going to be Wombat's point. Ethan going for his fakes. Luke not biting on anything. Gets a hard receive, but Ethan gets the bad set. That's going to be Wombat's point again. Brian seems to be breaking down the other team pretty effectively. Ethan gets a good receive, and that's going to be easy. 1, 2, 3, put away for Incompetence. Scissors. It's going to be Luke Marshall to serve. It's going to be a hard right to going to be Matt Cole receiving the ball. Matt with the hard flicked, beautiful touch and hit. 4-2 Wombats to serve. Hard into the body of Luke Marshall. I think they're going to call a clip on the rim. Hard again. Luke Marshall with the great touch. Hits a roll up, but it's going to be legal, and Incompetent Scissors' point. A good cut by Ethan, but it's going to roll up. Brian going to be serving. It's going to be 4-3. Goes for a few fakes. Backhand. Ethan gets the nice lefty touch. He's going to lift over the hand of Matt Cole. Wait, was that Wombat's point or Scissors' point? I already forgot. No, so that's going to be Scissors' point. My fault. Four, 5. Okay. Sorry, there's some background noise because people are home. So I got distracted. Goes for the drop. Matt Cole's all over it. Goes for the backhand flick. Ethan gets the defensive touch though. And Luke doesn't get the set. I don't know if Brian got in the way of his focus or what, but that's something that you need to get whenever. I mean, Ethan had a great defensive touch there. And to get that point, that would have been huge for them. But now it's going to be 6-4, Wombats to serve. Yeah, you definitely don't want to let them break away because the past series, that's what happened. And it's hard for Scissors to come back. High set, I don't know. I think Matt Cole just kind of clapped the ball there. It's going to be Scissors to serve. That's so funny to see. Six each to serve. Nice and hard, but Brian gets it. Goes for the fake backhand push. And that's going to be Wombats' point. 7-5. Goes for a few fakes here and there. Ethan gets a good up and a nice pull away from the defense. Ethan's a really good hitter. I feel like he's a great hitter. He knows where to put the ball. He doesn't do anything fancy, but it's always away from the defense. Now gets a good touch. Easy, gentle tap. And Matt's been doing those taps a lot, and that's something Scissors I feel like can get to. Luke knows how to dive, Ethan knows how to dive. I think he should be tightening up on the net a little bit. And it's hard to say because Matt either taps it off the net or he hits it extra high over the defense. It's one or the other. Ethan with a good tap and Luke with the put away. 7-8 with Scissors and Wombats nearly tied. 7-8. Ethan with a try for the push. Brian decides to play it, but Matt Cole doesn't want it. Something we've been seeing the past few games is Brian ready to play those. I think he's used to having a partner that just kind of plays all of those because Brian's so quick and Matt Cole may not be used to it. Great backhand, and it's a lip. It's gonna be scissors point. Someone asked me. I'm gonna pause it really fast. Someone's asking me for my keys to move my car. You're there. I just threw my keys out and I'm back. Okay. It's gonna be 8-8 with Luke Marshall to serve. Matt Cole gets a great touch. Easy put, and there, see, that's what I like to see from Luke Marshall. He's been noticing that Matt Cole is tapping it off, so he decides to go low right from the get-go, and he almost gets that point, or that touch, rather. I don't know about the point. Great set by Ethan McWhorter for Scissors to get that point. Ethan to serve against Brian. He's gotten a few aces these past few games. I think Brian wants to call a lip. Yeah. You could tell he was hesitant. That was a close one. I think I would have called lip there. Ethan goes for the push. And we have a tied up game. Matt Cole with a great receive. And the easy textbook 1-2-3. (11-10) Wombats to serve. Great ups and touches and putaways. Sorry, zoned out a little bit. I've been watching a lot of games today, but I'm ready to get hyped for these next few. Scissors won that point. We're going to skip ball shagging. And it's going to be Brian Childs to serve at 12-11. Gets a nice cut serve to the right side of Ethan McWhorter. And that is something to take them up 2 points over Scissors. It's a few touches. No. Brian opts for that backhand. Really wants it. Goes for a few fakes and decides to go for it. Barely misses too. I kind of like that whole exchange by Brian. Definitely changed it up a bit. Oh, it's 3-1 now. My fault. I thought Scissors had one more. Goes for the drop. Brian's all over it. Goes for the push shot, and there is no way the defense getting that. 14-11. Wombats to serve with Matt Cole. Gets a hard cut. Ethan gets there, though. Goes for the backhand. Brian gets it, though. Matt with a great touch. Oh, the bad hit by Brian, though, and Luke pulls the shot. Brian gets mad there. That's something he should have easily had. Yeah, that's not a mistake Brian should be making. I think he tried to go for the push shot. He barely missed it. Ethan to serve 2-4. Hard and low. And Matt Matt force palms the ball away, and Brian goes for the diving set. Then there's a dispute about whether he called it in time, because it may have been a lip up. Great set, 1, 2, 3 put away, and Wombats take it the point. Brian to serve, gets a jam on Ethan, gets a good receive, and tries to get the body up. And that's going to be Scissors' point. (16-14) gets the push. See, that's one of those things. Let me see what Ethan's doing wrong, because his setting needs work. I just want to break this down a little bit. He's there. It's the legs. Look at his legs. His legs are very straight. He has no way of cushioning that ball, and what happens? Pops completely up. Ethan needs to set with his legs more. He needs to be able to come down with the ball, cushion the impact, especially if it's coming down from that high. Because that should have been an easy set for Ethan. I mean, it was a little bit high, but he had that. Ethan to serve, 15-17. Hits a front rim. And ball shagging, we're going to skip. Ethan to serve, second serve, I believe. And hits. That was bad. Alright, Brian Childs to serve at 18-15. This is game 1 of series 2. Goes for a few fakes, opts for the backhand and hits front rim. Goes for the right put on. Luke Marshall receives it with no problem. Easy 1-2-3 lefty put away by Luke Marshall and Ethan McWhorter. 16-18 with Luke Marshall to serve. I think gets a side pocket. It didn't look side to me. No, I don't think it looked side to me. What do y'all think? Side or clean? It looked clean to me. They're gonna take first. Another push. Gets an up. Ethan gets a set, and Luke Marshall tries to get it. Does he get it? Does he get that point? No way. Just hold up. Quick playback by that. Look at this. Look at this great athleticism by Luke Marshall. Gets out of the way. Gets the put on past Matt Cole. My goodness. You'd love to see it. Whoa, what a play. Hey, clip that, Twitch. Clip that. Oh, and now it's going to be Wombats 1917. See, Scissors needs this. They lost the first series in 3. And they need a game. And it hits rim, and that's going to be Wombats 2017 up on Scissors. Discussing some defense between the Tropical Wombats. A nice job. Ethan's all over it. Kind of sandwiches between Brian and Matt. And it's going to be Ethan McWhorter to serve. The weight of the world in his hands. Can he get these breaks to make it a tied game and get the dub? No. That's a rim. Come on, Ethan. Let's see it, boy. And hits a rim. And that's going to be a 21 Wombats to 18 Scissors game. My fault. I checked my email for a second on accident. And we are going to be going into our last game of the night.